More we move body small, but one another verse. Ah. Are you not getting bigger? Yes, sir. I have Jesus in my life, living for His glory and on fire every day. Nothing can stop me. I know that I am getting bigger every day. Living for His glory and on fire every day. Nothing can stop me. I know that. We got it. We taking over. We got it. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's give ourselves a wonderful round of applause. Celebrate yourself. We are getting bigger every day. After 2024. For more productivity. Okay. You can now have your seats. You don't warm up small, but we feel right now. You don't two door here today. Okay, my name is Engineer Victor Ononiwu, and it's a pleasure to be in your midst today. Today, we're going to be talking about a topic that has to do with modeling. And before we go into today's discussion, I would like us to read the topic together. What is written on the board? Harness the power of the model. It will be better for us to start by the definition of model, because before we talk about harnessing a power, it means, okay, let me look at harness, for instance. Hello, is my clicker not working? Oh, I don't know how to use this one. Please, can you help me? Okay. My slide is not moving now. I'm not saying well. Okay. Let's start from harness. In a simple word, harness is to do what? Is to control or make use of. Now, if we say we are going to be using something, then let's look at the main thing we want to make use of. What is that? It's model. Now, another way to explain model is what? In one word, an example, correct? Hello. So we are going to make use of an example that has already been existing. So it's not as if I'm about to tell you something that is about to happen. It has already happened. It's just left for you to follow the full step. Yes or yes? Okay, let's go ahead. Now, if that's the case, then it's very important we talk about where we are getting this model from. We are getting it from a network marketing business. Now, I want you to understand that network marketing is exponential. It is not linear. What did I say? Everybody's not talking. I said network marketing is exponential, not linear. Victor, what do you mean by exponential? See, it's not like when you do something by yourself, you get something. Exponential means you can scale it up. It can grow beyond your own personal capacity. So now let's go into how this can now come together to what we need to know. Now, do everybody agree that time is money? I heard it, yes. Hello. Do everybody agree time is money? Now, let's talk through. Leave waiting with the do here. You know, agree. Come, you don't catch. You say you know, agree. Okay. Okay, I want to ask you one question. You said time is money, but no, I don't agree. Okay, you know, agree. The guy don't run for this one. Time is money. You agree? Why are they run for this matter? We have another young man down there. You said time is money. No hide your face. Fantastic. Okay, I want to ask you one question. Let's say you made 10 billion naira. Now, that is the money in your account. And you fall sick. And you find out that the cure to that sickness, the amount to buy that drugs is 10 billion naira. Will you remove that 10 billion and buy the drugs and leave? Or will you say, I will not buy the drugs? You have 10 billion naira. The cost for the drugs that will solve that problem and you'll be alive. Remember, this illness will cost you death. The only chance you have is to buy the drug and be alive. The cost of the drug is 10 billion naira, which is the only amount you have in your account. Will you remove the 10 billion? You will remove it. Will you remove it? You go buy it now because I bet let's give him a round of applause. I'm gonna celebrate him now. My guy saying go come on the money. Use and buy with it. He go use and buy with it. Why does he want to buy a drug? No. If you say money is more important, why must you remove your last card to buy a drug just to be alive? That is a proof that what? Time is not money. Time is infinitely, in fact, time is more valuable than money. Let me put it that way. And I'll give you reasons. Now, if we say that time is infinitely valuable than money, how do we use this time? Number one, you redeem time by buying it back. What did I say? Yes. For some of us that like washing plates, washing clothes, cleaning the house, it's not bad. It's just that you would have used that time for more productive activity. There's one thing I like about myself. Yes, I am married at a young age, but one thing I found out is it gave me the privilege of using that time I would have used in washing clothes, cleaning the house, and doing other chores. I now use that time to develop myself personally. I will explain. There was a time my wife left for camping, NYC camping. 3 weeks, only 3 weeks. By the time my wife came back, the people in Kaizen, you bear me witness, I don't lean like person. What happened within that period? I was forced to wash. I was forced to clean the house. I never knew the advantage of those chores she was doing for me. Now, the good news is, what if you don't have that advantage? You can get a housemate. You must not be the one to wash the car. You must not be the one to cut the grasses in the lawn. Why don't you hire someone? Then use that time to develop yourself personally. I didn't say hire somebody and go and be watching Telemundo. You are wasting your time. Use that time to invest in yourself. Now, we have another method to make this work for us. That another method is called leverage. What did I call it? Now, why leverage is very important is that it has to do with our own concept of business. Beyond making money, one of the advantages we enjoy here, more than the normal buying and selling, the traders we have out there, is that you have the chance to leave the business and still earn from it, as though you are presently there. So leverage is another way of buying back your time. See, if you know what it means for you to be in the office and you have guests and you have sign up without doing anything, it is sweet. Talk to me now. It is sweet. Ambassador Wilson, how far it is sweet? Confirm. You know they do. You what you want to just say, Baba, how far now? Do this one, do this one. But you know that without doing anything, money will drop. There is nothing more amazing than that. And you are telling me I should go and be doing. See, I'm from Ononiwu State. Now they do buying and selling. When we want to come to trading, I will teach you, not me. No, you will not treat me. But the only thing is that I found out one disadvantage. Once the owner of the empire dies, the business dies. Why? In the Yoruba land, they have a concept of doing business. They do it in a corporate method. That is why we have the likes of Awolowo. Is part of the partnership with Coca-Cola. They still own royalties till today because of the corporate method of doing business. You cannot tell me that Zenith Bank is doing business on its own. It's a corporate business. Talk to me now. You cannot tell me that different MTN cannot be doing business alone. Dangote cannot be doing business alone. Now, another disadvantage of standing alone is that you will never go far. Oga, you cannot be cashier, the storekeeper, the salesman. Oga, you want that? So it is very, very important that we understand that one of the ways to utilize time is to do what? Is to look for a leverage business. And can I recommend one place you can get the leverage business? The entrepreneurs community of wealth. Let's give this community a round of applause. You guys are not clapping now. You don't come here to play. Now let's go down into how this can actually help make this work. Now, I want you to understand that for the fact that you are not enjoying leverage in the community today does not mean you will not enjoy it. So it is important to start where you are. But do what? Start with the end in mind. What did I say? They are not talking to me. I said start with the end in mind. What did I say? Okay, what is the end? Now that place where wahala boss, because what I'm about to say now, I can assure you, it might not be 100%, but I know majority of people here will find it difficult to agree with me. I fought it, so it's not something that I'm surprised. I fought it, but with the help of my mentor, I've been able to digest this thing. And today, I want each and every one of you to digest it. I'll help you digest it. Trust me on that. Now, the target, which is the end, is how many persons? 4,096 people. What did I say? I want to ask one person a question. Make I not ask you 1 billion. This guy be too optimistic. Where this doubting Thomas? Where they here? Okay. I don't catch one. I don't catch one. It is not me picture. It's 4,096 people possible in 1 year.
Very possible.
How?
With your mindset.
With your mindset. Let's give her a round of applause. She don't win me for this one. Now, the only way this will be possible is in your mindset. If you are to calculate it based on where you are now, Baba, you go say, I know they do again. I'm telling you the honest truth. Like, currently now, the number of friends you know, no reach 1,000. Talk less of 4,000. You know one thing about 4,000? Once this 4,000 show, just multiply it by 7,000, how much will it give you? 26,700,000. So I don't dwell much on 28 million, sorry. I don't dwell much on the 28 million because I know there is something that has to be done. And once that is done, it's kind of like holding me now. My shadow will stay one place, no be so. If you hold me here now, my shadow will be one place, correct? So if I hold down these 4,000 persons, the 28 million will follow you. You know we know they argue. But how do you get these 4,000 men to be part of the organization? That is why I said, start small, but start with the end in mind. Now let's break it down how this can actually come to reality. Now, start by getting on your own. Okay, start by getting at least one person on your own. What did I say? Start by guessing how many people? One person on your own. Now, one funny thing is that my mentor once told me that if you are somebody that is broke, you'll be pursuing money to make money. But if you are somebody that has money, you'll be pursuing money to add to the one you have. You are not pursuing to start. You want to add to the one you have. So the good thing about getting your own personal one person first is that it will deliver you from the mindset of trying to start. You are trying to add to what you already have. Now the journey just started, because if you can do that, you need an activities to make that happen, of course. Like you can, I'm actually recommending, because that is actually my own personal activities. You can game up. It must not be my own numbers. Now, 400 text, 20 invitation call, gets 10 persons to the hall, 1 person signs up. Very simple. But the thing is that you must not use my own recommendations. But that is how I've been doing it. Now, if that's the case, we need to understand why this can now go forward. Now, let's take, for instance, we are 2. I do 400 texts, 40 calls, 1 sign up, correct? Hello, correct? Talk to me. The second person does the same activity, 400 texts, 40 calls, 1 sign up, correct? How many sign up is in our organization now? 2. 1 to myself, 1 to him, correct? Now, let's roll. Now, we have, okay, this is actually the explanation I just gave you now. Now, let's say we have, in the first month, okay, we have in the first month, this 1 person will be added to you. We'll make it 2 persons. So the second month, you don't need to worry yourself. The only thing here is that you guys have to game up. The game up is you have to make sure that you are willing to train this leader to a point that he understands what it means to build a community. Now let's game it up to 2 persons in a month, which will give us, in the second month, will give us 4 persons, That is if both of us get in two persons to the business. Then the third month is going to be 8. The fourth month is going to be 16. The fifth month, 32. And we take down the number to the 12th month. You must have gotten 4,000 persons in your organization. Now, these 4,000 persons will give us a total of 28 million point something there. Now, one thing I want you to understand is not the mathematics. Like she said, it is only your mindset that can make this happen. I'll tell you how. Let me tell you how this is going to happen. Now, let's take, for instance, okay, I wrote 4,000 persons is only possible when you look at it from the lens of belief called faith. Now, I'm going to give you an illustration. Let's take, for instance, this is a frame. Let's say this is what? This is what? Okay, when you put something in a frame, is it easy to see what is inside? Talk to me now. When you put something in a frame, is it easy to notice what is inside? Like you hang it on the wall. Is it easy to just focus on what is inside the frame? It's easier, right? Now, let's say that what is inside this frame is called focus. Because it is already in a frame, it brings to you what we call focus. What does it bring to you? Now, this focus will generate in you something that is called belief. Now, this belief comes in two ways. Is either it comes in form of faith or it comes in form of doubt. Now, I'm going to explain this to you. So, I don't know how you define your own belief, but I'm going to tell you the honest truth. My own belief is defined in form of either faith or doubt. I'll tell you why. See, faith is believing in a future outcome that you desire. What did I say? Is believing inside it now? Is there believing inside it? So doubt is believing in a future outcome you don't desire. Hello? Is it a two different things? So both of them are types of what? Both of them are types of what? Now, what is the essence of buying a chair? And you know that you don't want to sit down with that chair. You came back home and you set that chair on fire. You wouldn't have bought it in the first place now. Talk to me. You wouldn't have bought it in the first place. It's a waste of time. Now, the reason why you set that chair on fire, I don't know. But maybe you felt it's not necessary. But let's say you bought it for a reason that is actually to your own favor. Will you burn it? Will you set the chair on fire? Will you set it on fire? No. So now, when we say 4,000 persons, you shouldn't be asking me, what if it doesn't happen? What you should be asking me is, how does it happen? The only way it's going to happen is when you look at it from the point of faith. What did I call it? Now, let me tell you the implication of these two things. Now, if you actually look at anything from the point of faith, it will create anticipation. Let me explain the meaning of anticipation. When I don't see children where they buy Christmas clothes for, if you did not give them that Christmas clothes that night, would they be coming to be peeping to daddy's door? Hello. They'll be peeping. Let them know what daddy buy for Christmas. No, so. Now, why is those children trying to peep? It's because they have what we call anticipation. It is actually an energy that comes from looking at something from the point of faith. But let's take, for instance, that you actually did not believe that daddy bought clothes for you. What will you do? You hide your face. It's called anxiety. Now, one funny thing about these two things is that they are both something that have not happened. Both of them have not happened. Both anticipation and anxiety. Some of us misquote anxiety for fear. Fear is caution. What did I say? Caution means something has started happening. So you try to be cautious. That is fear. But anticipation, anxiety is actually a feeling that something will not work. Hello. Anxiety is what? Is a feeling that something will not work. So it definitely means that you have the choice to make. Are you going to choose to look at this 4,000 from the lens of faith or from the lens of doubt? Which one will you choose? You choose from the lens of faith, right? Now let me tell you what happens. This guy that now is now anticipating, is he doing something? Is he doing something? Where did the energy comes from? Anticipation. This guy that comes from anxiety, is he doing something? No. So don't tell me you don't want to prospect, you don't want to invite, you don't want to do this one. Oga, already You are looking at that activity from the point of doubt. That is why you generate an energy in you that will definitely cause you not to do anything. Even when you are even doing it and you still did not believe it will work, look at how you be doing it. Now you just be doing it anyhow. No could just be like say we do it. Make mentor see me say I do it. Okay? You're wasting your time. So now, since we now have a choice to make, it is very important. I've actually talked about it. It's very, very important we talk about how this is going to help us. See, it's very important when building, you build in depth than wide. It's called anchor method. Why did I say it is called anchor method? There is nothing as good as having leader of leader of leader. Even if this person wants to quit, you will see that this one is available. You stay behind. I'll give you an example of building in depth. Madam Imabon, stand up. Madam Imabon gave me a contact. One Cameroon man came. From that Cameroon man, I got another man called Pastor Nsika. Pastor Nsika, stand up. Now one leg, Pastor Nsika, stand up. I worked on, we're doing this thing together. That time, there's something that happened to me last year. From January to June, I was busy doing streets, anyhow. But at that June period, I went to mentor and told mentor, CEO, I've gotten over 50 sign-up in 6 months. But I've not, no, he asked me one question. He said, do you have any retention? I said, no. He said, okay, I'm not doing anything. So I decided to use the appropriate method, which you get the person that owns the contact to send the text, informing them that they recommended them to a community that they will call them. Now, I worked with Pastor Nsika. From Pastor Nsika, I got Ambassador Ononiwu Johnson, stand up. One leg. From Ambassador Ononiwu Johnson, I worked with him, I got Ambassador Sarah Omanabasi, stand up. Now, one leg. Now, tell me, how Madam Imabon won't take disappear? If he sees these people, not be hope. Now hope. It's not matching leg, now just one leg. Now, so I line them up. And when this guy comes to the office, he sees this one, the job becomes easier. I bet Mona sit down, give them a round of applause. The problem is that because you want to chop the whole matching bonus, you are looking for where will give you 5 matching. You don't chop 5 matching, where you did. See, there's something that usually happens these days. I will just do office. Like on Thursday, I didn't do any activities, but I had 2 guests. 2 guests. It came from Johnson. I was like, wow, this is a better improvement than before. Before we say, if I don't do anything, nothing come out. You know, it makes sense now. This one do activity, this one do activity. You go accumulate, you follow chop body. Now, what am I trying to say? Building in depth is more better than building wide. It is more sustainable. Now, the next method I'm going to show you is what? Good prospecting leads to good closing. What did I say? Okay, for instance, Madam Imabon, can I see your guest? Hello, ma. Can you stand? Just give us a wave of hand. Hello, ma. Call her for me. Give us a wave. Can we give that woman a round of applause? Now, if this woman have not joined us, I'm giving you an example of good prospecting leads to what? Good closing. Let's say, for instance, she's part of the training and she enjoys what she sees. Okay, if you want to do presentation, give this woman, she will suffer you. Tell me the truth. Will she suffer you? You will say, oh God, don't worry, I'm part of the business. So well, when you want to do it street way, now street way they bring sign up, sharp. But the implication of that is that you don't have any retention, you don't have any what? Implication. It don't make sense now. It don't make sense at all. It's not better you go out for prospecting. Oga, no verse, give me your phone number. I don't follow person go prospecting. For my present, in jam person, Oga, you want money? You say yes, give me your phone number. Is that prospecting? Wait now, talk to me. He said, do you want money? The person said yes. He said, give me your. He gave me his phone number. You don't know people they find money. People they find money. You know they whine me. Another person will go and meet somebody. He said, they are sharing money. And you believe him and follow him. They are sharing money now. He comes in, he pays money. The next minute, he doesn't want to come to millionaire school. Because even those that finally pay money through that method felt that after paying the money, they will not start paying him. Talk to me now. No, I'm actually telling the truth. So is it not better we ease the job? So that you will not be, okay, we had one of our Kaizen member that had over 50 guests in 1 month. I'm not mocking him. But it was our mastermind mentor that made it very clear to us. Even me, I was enjoying it. He made it clear to us, what is the essence of having 50 guests, no sign up? It means that is either the component is missing or the system is what? Faulty. Something is wrong somewhere. The numbers is 10 to 1. That means that 50 has to be 5 sign up. So if it doesn't give you that number, something is wrong somewhere. Another thing I want to let you know is here, last year, I had over, I think, 164. I was calculating sign up last year. Then I now asked myself, Mr. Victor, from this sign up where you get, how many people will you retain? How many people are saying stand up now? There is 5. Talk to me now. Forget how they call them and use and they do example. If I won't call my leaders where do this whole now, they don't reach 10, or let's say within 6, 7. 164 sign up. I was looking for 8 generals that last year. Although that was not my intention at the beginning of the year, but there was a training that GA did. I had to rewrite my set goal for the year. Now the target was to end up with 8 generals so that I can build an organization of 10,000 leaders. Guess what happened? Out of 164 sign up, I was looking for a full-timer that will be a rising star. Must be a rising star. That is your qualification to be in my mastermind. Just 8 of them. Guess what happened? Now only one single soul. It's laughable, man. It's laughable. But see, it's not to pack the whole Uyo under you. I even told him in his face that if it were to be me alone, the guy for not even do full time. Like that when he pay the money, he for just they go. It was a combination of who I have become and who RGA has become. If it were to be what I have become alone, that guy, I think he did not pay immediately, just paid 2,000 naira. After like 3 months training, the guy paid 500,000. How come? Where did he get the conviction of paying 500? I never for one day sat him down and told him to pay 500. I'm not going to call his name. One person will carry person for him. But what am I trying to say? There is something he saw in the community that gave him the impetus to push such amount of money. And he is the only person I retained as full-time and currently a rising star. It's just that I have not recognized him. Let's give him a round of applause as anonymous. But what am I trying to say in essence? What I'm trying to say is, if you want to have 1 million sign-up is not the problem. The problem is jumping protocol has its own way of taking you back to square one. I tell my people for Kaizen office, do I look like somebody that did Gagra last year? No. You see me every day and they walk like a person whenever I even recruit one person. It don't make sense now. Why don't you do the right thing? What is the right thing? Follow the sequence. Logic is what? Arranging things in what? Sequence. 08024. You go carry 24. You are not telling your mentor, what if we recruit first before we read book? Which kind of nonsense question be that? You give person book, he tell you say, how will this book give me money? No problem. Go and do the recruit. But I promise you one thing, you will fall from top to bottom. I'm not a prophet of doom, but I'm giving you assurance. You just said only you don't do Gagra before. GA don't do Gagra, I'm going to tell you now. He don't do Gagra, no be only you. What am I trying to say? The steps is number 1, you need to become. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? You need to become. See, it's just that time, no day. I'm not going to write anything. After you have become, you can now go ahead and do the activity. Becoming is kind of, I think, identity. Yes, I remember it. Becoming is what? The identity. Okay, let me give you an instance. Let's say a medical doctor, you give 2 people certificates, this paper now, hello, you give 2 of them paper. One went to class, one no go class. Now that one when no go class, you can't give operation, make him do, he go perform. Did they not give him paper? Did they give him paper? That surgery, is it not activity? Okay, that you're a medical doctor and you can do a surgery. Doesn't mean you do all the whole surgery. If you want to do another level of surgery, you need to go back and learn that surgery. Talk to me now. So why do you want to, you've not been able to retain one person, you want to retain 10,000 people, you want that? Think on now. You guys go back. And the thing is testing and tweaking. What did I thought? You learn, you practice, you know what? You go back and ask questions. See, I want you to write this in your paper, in your book. All work works. Write it in your book. You know the right things, write this one. I said, all work works. Victor, you don't come again. Which one be all work works? See, it is either working on you or is working for you. It is doing what? Either working on you or it is what? Working for you. Do you know what most of us want? We want it to work for us when it has not done what? Work on us. How about how you want to retain the results now? You know, in working. If I apply bomb, yeah, from Igbo. You working. Allow me to work on you. See, the most reason why most of us don't want it to work on us, let me tell you. We don't want to become that thing that you want to give you money. You say you want to make money from medical profession, but become the medical doctor first now. When you want to collect money before you become medical doctor, where's he done? You come this place, you want to make money. Oga, are you a professional business builder? If you can answer that question, you are qualified. Oga, I know you want me to explain yourself. Where evidence? I don't need explanation. Yeah, I'll tell you something. The only way people comes and stay, you must be able to do these three things. If you have mastered it, forget it. Number one, people say yes because of past perceived void. What did I say? Past perceived void creates present perceived value. I'm not getting me. You don't have a car before, correct? And I'm able to show you how I can fill that gap of you getting a car. Would you say yes? What are you telling me? Now, why GA, Baba? Second, present perceived virtues create present perceived virtues. For instance, you have money, right? But many people are looking for how to manage the money and multiply it. And we are able to give you a community or a system where that money can be managed and multiplied. Won't you say yes? You will say yes. And the last one is what? Future perceived vision. You don't make all the money, but you don't have succession plan. What did I say? Succession. Now they are giving you the system that has given other persons succession. And you say, okay, I made all the money, but I want it to move from generation to generation. We are able to give you that assurance. Won't you say yes? Yeah, it creates a present perceived vision. These three things. What you know get before, what you need now, and what you need for future. You know, it's not easy if all those grammar. What you know get, talk to me now. What you know get, what you want, and what you want for. I'm gonna give yourself a round of applause. Right? You guys are good students. Applaud for yourself now. You know, child, you try. So finally, I want you to understand that you need to look at people at doorways. Don't look at them as destination. When somebody sign up, try and work with the person so that you can move from that level to the next level. Again, massive communication will give you what? Massive income. See, the only reason why they are paying us so much money is because we they use mouth, find the money. Nothing will ever replace word of mouth approach in this business. I was working with Ambassador Wilson some time ago. I was frustrated. That was last year. We're coming from Tropicana. So just the water. In content, me one thing, that thing never come on my head. He say, Victor, don't you don't forget, say this business now word of mouth approach. All this on our radio, verse 3, Oga, no forget. Say this business na wetin? Wetin this business be? Now wetin the business be now? See, man tell you, you go quick trust your neighbor wey sell something give you wey him dey use than advert wey dem do for television. True or true? Your neighbor wey use something come recommend am give you, you go quick trust am than the one wey you see for television. I dey lie? Talk to me now. So you have refused to do what you are supposed to. So I recommend activities. Activities are such as prospecting, contacting, or inviting, follow-up, presentation, and closing. Blah, blah, blah. We know all this one. If you don't know, ask your neighbor. Copy is allowed. Okay. The last but not the least. Now here we crayfish bend. I went to Abuja some time ago. And GA's mentor said, if you know you don't want someone's mentorship, do what? Excuse yourself. What did I say? Oh, you know they get that. I said, if you don't want person mentorship, do what? What did I do? Just disappear. No go argue within the guy they do. I have an instance. Although they didn't come here today, it was who born something. I didn't know this thing before. If you want to know how bad it is, murmuring against leadership, go and read number 16. Read the whole chapter. They wiped the whole people of Israelites in the desert just because of murmuring. You don't understand. If you not, just go and read number 16, read all of them. Murmuring, now waiting make God. They question leadership. Because they talk for back. Now why they wipe everybody? They even they beg. I've been a Moses, I've been a Aaron. You don't know that story very well. But they beg God, say, may them pardon some people. For the second time, the way God take wipe them. There are so many instances in the Bible, but that one will give you the clarity of talking against leadership. That guy that time, he was telling me that his leader is always recruiting. Now he doesn't do personal development. I was still in RC that time. I called the guy and told him, Oga, RGA, engineer fund, don't they do personal development? So you like him? He say yes. Saying we say a mentor, they do personal development. I can't tell the guy. Leaders where they under engineer fund, they didn't calm down, follow on that time. Now when they do personal development, they don't follow and do personal development. Why don't you calm down for your leader? They tell old man making come out for son. You know they possible. Rain go beat and so they go use your hand do it. Come out. Time go come, he go calm down. I saw him in our Thanksgiving training. He did presentation here and I was happy for him. He sticks to the plan. One day he will enjoy the fruits of his labor. So please, and please, you want to succeed in life, you need a mentor. Thank you very much, and I remain my humble self, Ambassador Victor.